Hi everyone, it's Miss Frankie. I'm going to talk today about 9.5, which is add fractional parts of 110. And this is basically adding unlike denominators. So we're learning, this is the beginning step for students to learn how to add fractions with unlike denominators. And it's also a good skill for learning how to find equivalent fractions and remind ourselves how to find equivalent fractions. So basically, what we're going to be talking about today is two things. The first is when we have two fractions that have different denominators. We have like the tenths and the hundredths. And what we have to do is figure out how to add them. Well, because they're not the same part, we can't add them. We have to have the denominator, which is the bottom, be the same. Now, something the kids will have learned already is that we can find equivalent fractions with tens and hundreds. They're interchangeable, basically. So we're going to stick with 100 as our denominator because I know 10 can go into 100. So I'm going to rewrite my math problem. Well, this guy, this 15 over 100, or 15 100ths, it stays the same because it's over 100 already. But this 4 tenths, I have to think to myself, what can I multiply 4 and 10 by that would equal something over 100? Well, I know that 10 times 10 is 100, so whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 4 times 10 is 40. Well, 40 100ths is the same as 4 tenths. So now I can add. We have the same denominators, 100 and 100, and now I can add going straight across. 40 plus 15 is 55 over 100. So 4 tenths plus 15 100ths is 55 100ths. Okay, the second part of the problems today talked about adding decimals. But what we worked on is actually changing these decimals to fractions, adding them, then changing it back to a decimal. There is a way that we will skip this step eventually, but we want to make sure that we've mastered the idea that decimals and fractions are the same thing. So we have a problem up here that says 73 cents plus 20 cents, because this 0.2, get my marker here, 0.2 is really 20 cents. Okay, and we learned that a couple lessons ago that 0.2 is this, that's 2 tenths, and 2 tenths is 20 when I put it over 100. Okay, so these are the same fraction. Okay, so what we are going to be doing is changing these into fractions. Well, this is 73 100ths. And like I just said, this 2 over 10 is the same as 20 over 100. Then I just add across. Well, 73 plus 20 is 93 over 100. But because I have a decimal in my problem, I want to make sure that this gets changed to a decimal again. Well, we've worked on that also where we know that this is 93 100ths. So my answer is going to be 93 100ths. Same position, just in a decimal, just like this. So they're actually doing an extra step here by converting to a fraction, then changing it back to a decimal. And again, we will get to where they're going to add straight across as decimals, but today we want them to relate them back to each other. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks!